Alright, well, welcome back. Apparently we've been away so long that we've forgotten where we were, and apparently
It's
we're
been
on this
3
line.
weeks.
Yeah. And we can't remember shit.
Well, can you at least remember each other's names?
Yeah, I can do. I'm Rob, I think. I hope. Maybe I've forgotten that too.
No, it says here your legal name was changed to Jeffrey.
Well, I'm Jeffrey. That's Lance of us.
No, I'm still Lawrence, just
Lance
or whatever. I didn't get a name changed, that's your fault.
We have the Ifmeister.
Smithy.
Smithy. Yeah. Smithy.
Hey, Smithy.
And we have Lex.
James.
James.
I thought it was going to be Lex Luthor. We had a discussion about this.
James also suits you.
But James is my friend, is a different friend of mine. I'm getting very confused.
Anyway, speak your line, James.
Okay. He went in there not knowing his grandfather had already pilfered it?
That's one tale that didn't get passed down from grandpappy to grandson.
Oof.
I don't know. What, was that oof to the voice I gave?
No, just
wait.
Oof to the stolen treasure.
Yeah, for the record, George will be here later.
Yeah.
So I'm Athena for now. For the audience.
Wait, how exactly did you get into the Forbidden Chamber? There was a meeting in the Fox Chamber that day. Plus, the mayor swallowed the only key that could open the Forbidden Chamber's door. You couldn't have possibly gotten in.
That's it, Oh, sorry, Smithy.
Thank you. I could through the air vent and flare. Yeah. Vince left though the alderman picture. Went on in and made a nice little hole.
You made another hole?
With my dick. I mean, used that to get into the air duct that leads to the Forbidden Chamber. I did.
You what?
My dick.
How's that even possible? Wait a sec. Remember that air vent in the Forbidden Chamber? So Mr. Filch found a way to get into that air duct. And that's how we got from the Voyeur vent to the Forbidden Chamber vent?
Oh god.
I'm still the judge, I'm just taking over temporary. So Denver Tire was nothing more than a cat burglar. Or rather, a tanuki burglar. And we're back to being without anyone to charge with the alderman's murder. Looks like our so-called yokai is nothing more than one big troublemaker.
Tell me, Mr. Filch, what did you do after fleeing to the foyer?
I got out of that costume real quick. Or it just caused trouble at that point. Yeah.
Where's that costume now?
Oh, my ass.
I ate it. Heck if I know. It ain't my fault if you never find it.
The police searched every nook and cranny. No yokai costume was left in that manor.
Well, what do you know of?
What if it was tossed outside the manor? Ah!
Eureka!
Suddenly, the flying Tenmataro
No way! But maybe, just maybe,
becomes plausible.
It's true. The defense seems to have hit upon an idea. Well, Mr. Justice, share of the class.
Let me cook.
Sorry, we don't have the budget for a kitchen, so you're just gonna have to improvise.
Mr. Filch, did you get rid of the costume here?
Are you gonna present the stove?
Is there a stove?
Where's the stove?
There's no
It's in
stove
the
here.
office. It's in the office.
I see
Where
a
did
bookshelf.
Joseph discard costume?
Anyway.
Did you toss it out the window? Because that certainly would explain why I didn't turn up inside the manor.
Think I tossed it out the window? That cost me a pretty penny.
He paid for it? But they asked him to play as him.
Why would I go do something like that?
Did they make him pay for the costume that they asked him to wear? What the hell?
Yeah.
Kind of messed up.
I can think of a few reasons.
Any bright ideas, Apollo?
Nothing as bright as his forehead.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
assuming Damn, okay. Well, assuming the costume really was tossed out from the window.
You didn't even go for the obvious joke, Alex.
I zoomed past it because I knew it was going to happen. Then the next
no.
question would be,
I
what
was
happened to
gonna
it
say-
after that?
No, I was gonna say, I should take a leave.
I should leave in a few months.
Oh, it'll come.
Alright, so
For
what am I
3
doing
weeks.
here? I'm at 3 weeks
Much-
notice.
It'll come, much like Phoenix Sculpture, apparently.
And if I'm right, I might just have the thing to prove what happened to the costume. Phineas Filch, I have just the evidence for you.
You do?
This evidence proves you got rid of your Tenma Taro costume through the window.
It's not the paper, is it though?
Diving out of the window. It's positively perilous.
Is it the paper?
It's
Wait,
a
what?
special edition paper.
Yeah, so... I feel like this... Oh, there we go. That's fine.
That's, oh shit.
That's a
Camera
spicy
flash.
oh.
Tenma Taro flying to the sky.
And just how does that prove Mr. Filch threw his costume out the window?
Probably because if there was a person inside that fucking costume, it would have dropped out of the sky!
You don't know that. It may be aerodynamic. Prove it, Justice.
It's quite simple. It's not Tenma Taro in the photo, it's the costume Mr. Filch threw out.
And apparently it got some fucking airtime.
I don't... This doesn't make any sense. Costumes aren't light enough for you to toss it and they fly through the fucking air.
This one has
Maybe-
wings.
Maybe they invented the world's first capable of flight costume.
No, this one has natural wings, so if you throw it at the right angle, it'll be like a paper airplane.
Like I said, it's the first
Meow.
flying costume.
I don't think so. But this game is stupid anyways. It's crazy talk. You ain't serious, are you?
There's a steep cliff right outside the foyer window, meaning that the manor is pretty high up. The costume flew through the air after it was tossed out. That's when the photo was taken. In other words, the photo of Tenma Taro really was a flight of fancy.
What?
X. Shake, you pulled the Buzz Lightyear, Steve.
Oh my, so there really was never a yokai.
I can't keep any of the cats bagged. And it still felt like paying for the lost custom.
No.
Oh, they bought that? Alright,
No,
well,
no,
this
no.
more than proves the defense's position.
Yeah,
No,
it's
he quite literally said that he
cost him a pretty penny.
And it's really
No,
stupid.
I was saying they bought that as, like, a response to my claim,
Oh,
and everybody agreed.
no, I meant the argument.
Yes. Jixie Tenma had nothing to do with staging the yokai sighting.
Has raised any objections, Prosecutor Blackwell?
None whatsoever. I'll deal with that Trixie Tanuki after I've dealt with this case.
I'll shut off in balls.
Can't believe he bought that. We did it.
He's going now. All we have to do is make Florent LaBelle take the stand.
Objection! Sheathing the sword a bit early, are we not?
It's not what I'd call it, but okay.
Nothing has been proven beyond a doubt. Take this tricksy little Tanuki, for instance. How do you suppose he was able to exit the Forbidden Chamber?
Probably the same way he got it, through the chamber's air vent.
That won't fly.
No.
And what are the
Uh-huh.
feathers and tracks at the scene of the crime? They would suggest that Tanuki exited through the chamber door, not the air vent.
Nuh-uh. But the Forbidden Chamber doesn't open from the inside. So what you're saying makes no sense. Right?
Someone on the outside opened the door for you. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right. Blackjack. The door suddenly sprung right open.
I mean, Blackjack is a character that looks exactly like Blackquill, but not quite.
Black Jack
Weird
Will.
backfall sounds a little weird to me today.
I'm
right
having trouble sticking the voice.
Sprung right open. Who was on the other side?
Didn't get a good look at it. Good. Can you stop with the fucking O's? God damn it. Didn't get a good look on account until the second way.
You can still say of. It's just accent.
I also can't read. I like rubbed my eye and like seeing a little blurry.
Well, it's very poetic, saying that he just said he couldn't see because things were blinding him. Like a reflection from my head blinds fellow moviegoers from emerging from the dark.
I can just imagine the judge sitting at the back of the fucking cinema, and someone like turns around and all they see is the freaking like reflection of the gleam of his forehead. They can't even see the rest of him. It's just.
Is that God in the movie seat?
God, is that you?
God, you didn't tell me you also like watching Oppenheimer.
That's my favorite movie. When I
that's
snatched that staff and made Darren escape. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yike.
Yeah, and just that they had something last week. Like it's a little. There we go.
Yeah, there are my eyes
And
also.
a little maid gal spotted me as I hightailed it down the hall.
That means the Forbidden Chamber wasn't open until after the crime was discovered.
But wait. We still don't know who opened it. Maybe there really was a third person in the Fox chamber.
Objection!
Fuck off.
Well, you little Tanuki, when the Forbidden Chamber opened, did you see the accused passed out there?
That's better. Nope. But in there was the alderman and as dead as door.
If the accused wasn't there, what do you suppose he was up to?
Uh-oh. I don't like where this is going.
He went to go buy cigarettes from the store. I swear. Oh, don't tell me.
Plainly, the only one who could have opened the Forbidden Chamber was the accused, Damien Tenma.
No, I think it was Temper Tower, actually.
Ah!
Oh shit, Steve, we're getting hot in this bitch.
Wait a second. There had to be somebody else besides Mayor Tenma in there.
Brilliant, who might that be?
Yo, mama.
Objection!
That would be...
It seems our feisty little lass has forgotten the most important thing. Evidence.
Oh, I thought we needed to bring food.
I didn't forget, I was just, testing your attention to details. Well done. A+.
Miss Sykes! I'm gonna fucking hit you with this hammer! If you don't prove your point with some proof of sort. You can't prove your point without proof of some sort. It's a proven fact. Man.
Sorry, guess I put my foot in my mouth again.
No, Athena, we're definitely onto something here.
We are.
Think about it. If Filch was stuck inside the Forbidden Chamber, one of the alibis we heard would no longer hold any water. The defense would like to call a new witness to the stand. Someone who knew Mr. Filch was stuck in the Forbidden Chamber, and by virtue of knowing this, has an alibi that no longer adds up.
Ah, not that insufferable.
No, I didn't want you in the courtroom. Very well. The court will hear what Mr. Justice has to say.
God, like, Blackwell's just avoiding it, not even because it's bad for his case. The guy's just annoying.
Like, no. Like, have you seen his fucking shoulder hippos? God.
And now I leave.
Oh, it's because the Tanuki is leaving.
No, I got no voice, so I'm gonna go
And
turn
I'll
it.
give the
Alright.
judge to you once he's gone. Or just take him now.
Yeah, he's popping off or something, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why that's
Bring the-
sorry.
He's be right backing. Go on.
Why that's the defendant's aide, Front LaBelle. Didn't he claim to be in the fort at the time of the crime? Probably spraying like the nearest 10 people with his stupid spray.
True, But in his alibi, he also claimed Mr. Filch was in the foyer too. However, as we all know now, Mr. Filch was not there with Mr. LaBelle at that time. In short, Mr. LaBelle's alibi has disappeared. Arrgh! Floyd LaBelle's alibi was one big lie.
I can't believe Blackpool just fucking died.
Isn't that right, Mr. Filch?
Oh god, he's back. Well, I guess I'll deal with it.
Go it.
I reckon there ain't no keeping that cat in the bag here neither. It was all Mr. LaBelle's idea. He told me he'd button his lip about me breaking into the Forbidden Chamber. And in return, he said we'd vouch for each other's alibi. Yes.
Whatever you say, Weevil Underwood. Shame on you, Mr. Wood. Mr. fucking Christ. I got the name wrong. My brain
Mr.
got the
Wood!
joke. I don't know why. I was like, made my joke. Then I was trying to switch back to the name, and I got the complete... Sorry, my eyes also hurt. Ugh, like if he's this. Ugh. Right. Shame on you, Mr. Filch. Perjury is a crime unit. Yeah, when has that ever amounted to anything, Your Honor?
Aw, shucks. Mercy, Your Honorship, mercy! Ah!
Okay. Oh, I also assert that the person who opened the Forbidden Chamber for Mr. Filch was none other than Florent LaBelle. After all, his alibi has just proven to be a complete fabrication.
I see. Not that I can, because my eyes really fucking hurt. We will take a 20-minute recess. After which time, we will see that Mr. Rebel has to say for himself.
Yes! We're finally going to drag that slippery snake onto the stand.
In the meantime, the prosecution will question Mr. LaBelle about these new allegations, and I don't want to hear any complaints.
We did it, Apollo. We finally dragged Mr. LaBelle into court.
Yeah.
Hey, why the little face?
Well, on the downside, we're bringing Mr. LaBelle into court. I can't help but feel like I'm missing something important.
Shit, you're right.
Plus, Prosecutor Blackwell is bound to mount a counterattack.
You really are a worrywart, aren't you? It'll be fine.
The guy's in a sword fight. He's afraid of losing his head.
It'll be fine. That mystery figure who opened the Forbidden Chamber was for Mr. Filch. Could have been Florent LaBelle.
Welcome back, Iffy.
You guys won't believe me. When I was coming back, this guy who sounded just like me ran past me. He said his name was Smithy or something. I don't know. It was fucking weird.
Did you shoot him on sight?
Nah. Always need an extra.
I know, but that's not what's bugging me. I wish I could put my finger on it, though.
The fact that Iffy and
Alright.
Smithy have never been seen in the same room together?
Yeah.
Jeffrey, continue the game, please.
Wait, where the fuck is Jeffrey?
It's my new name, apparently.
Who are you people?
At any rate, the big showdown with Mr. LaBelle is up next, so chin up, Apollo.
Chin down.
No. Did you know it's April 19th at exactly 11 AM in the District Court of number 4? I could have sworn we're in number 4. Why are we in defendant number
What?
3? Yeah,
Keith
we're in
Ledger?
number 4. Wait, what? What did you say?
Did you see the backspread of Lord LaBelle?
I didn't fully see it, but
Oh, you'll see when he tries to him.
okay. Cool. Oh yeah, Iffy, do you want the judge?
Sure. Court is back in session. Our next witness is...
The fucking Joker.
Oh.
Fucking Joker!
It's the fucking Joker, baby.
Yes, I'm acting on behalf of the mayor.
No, I'm joking. Yes, I'm acting on behalf of the mayor in this very important matter.
What the fuck? Seems the witness is
Predisposed.
of the murder. Don't fuck with me, bitch.
Surely you jest. I will hold you to your promise. Remember that.
Stop gossiping on the phone.
Oh, my deepest apologies. This is Florent LaBelle, personal aide to Mayor Tenma. Or should I say, the accused.
Also, how does he allow those in the courtroom?
Can't believe I'm seeing Batman and the Joker in the court.
You're not allowed to have your phones in the courtroom.
I ain't gonna kill ya. I just want to hurt ya.
The thing is, Rob is
Why'd you
playing
pick
both
the worst
Batman
one?
and Joker. Ouch. Like, the
Yeah.
poor mayor hasn't suffered enough.
What's up with it?
Rob, you need to do more lip smacks.
Lip smacks.
Well, what business do
Oh.
you have with me?
Oh god, that,
I'm a
no.
very busy man, so let's make this as brief as possible. Your baldness.
Yes, your Edge Lordness? I mean, right, Mr. Fetch's testimony has revealed a hole in your alibi. For this reason, you are suspected of having some sort of connection with the case at hand.
To think I'd be associated with this entirely lurid affair. Well, I'm not. So may I go now? I have very important matters to attend to.
I don't think so, Mr. LaBelle. Do you realize what a serious crime you've committed?
Being insanely gorgeous?
No, fashion crime. Witness, you're being accused of perjury. This is your chance to clear the air.
Fine.
Needs an update.
The truth is I faked my alibi for a very good reason. The mayor was obviously the killer, so I created a fake alibi to confuse the matter. You see, as... What?
George is gonna sit this out because his voice is still dead.
Okay, but we're going now, so it's fine.
Oh no, so gonna let you know.
Alright, that's fine. You see, as his personal aide, I felt I had to protect him. Sorry!
What do you personally aid him with? Being a thorn in his side?
Okay, Mr. Bobblehead, you think this is funny?
Jeez, is this a fucking game?
Without your alibi, you're a suspect too.
Honey, I look like the Joker. I'm suspected of everything.
Is that the crime to do with Batman?
What were you really doing at the time of the crime?
Peasant! How dare you accuse me, one of the beautiful people, of
Absolutely, tell the courtroom what you would really do at the time of the crime.
Silence!
So what was this supposed to be seen there, Alex?
Enough jabbering.
What,
Swords have been drawn. The time for talk is past.
Swords? What swords?
Have you not been following the entire case, Apollo? This is a duel to the death. The fate of the accused rests in our hands. Begone, ye of cowardly heart! The battlefield hath no place for ye!
Again, man?
Oh my!
Spare me, please!
Alright, so what am I looking at here, Alex? What's it up with his back spray?
It's just the Joker.
Joker.
It's just the Joker.
It's just the Joker. It's just the Joker. And then
It's just-
Blackwell's just Batman now. Like, just
Let's take a screenshot of this and tell our kids in the future that this was the
No.
joke.
So what you're telling me is it's Batman, but it's the samurai one, right?
Samurai
Yeah.
Batman.
Samurai Batman.
you know, Batman Ninja is actually a movie.
I know it is.
Yeah.
That's the what I was referring to.
So much for sturdier shackles. Jesus. Because
Those chains hindered my vow that heads would roll this day.
this gives keeping your head on in court a whole new meaning.
Will the witness please deliver the accused's death knell? You know of what I speak.
No.
Most certainly. His goose is already cooked. Time to stick a fork in him.
But I don't like
Kind of
those.
fork him.
Whatever he has to say can't be good.
As I told Prosecutor Blackwell during the recess, I rushed right over to the Fox Chamber when I heard little Jinxie scream.
Honestly, almost every state time I hear Florent LaBelle say anything, my brain is just like, man, never say that again. To like every time.
What?
Then, drumroll please,
I can't make the sound of a drum roll. Like,
I saw Mayor Tenma opening the Forbidden Chamber doors.
But
There you have it. The mystery man who opened the chamber door is witnessed by one Phineas Filch. It was the accused. There was never any third party. Oh, and that's not all. I heard something quite startling there at the scene of the crime.
Startling sounds bad.
Incredibly bad.
Starting.
The mayor, who was barely conscious, muttered this. Forgive me, Jinxie. I killed the alderman. That's
Honestly,
right! The mayor actually confessed to the murder right then and there.
Honestly, doing us a favor, considering he made Phineas Filch pay for a costume that he asked him to put on. Kind of a douchebag. Glad he's dead.
He confessed. Ah, shit, Rob, we're fucking neck and neck with this one.
That's right, Jeffrey, the race is on.
Order in the court.
Can I have a McDonald's fries?
No,
Oh.
there's quite conclusive testimony if it stands.
Just so, and quite astonishing, I might add. I only learned of this fact during the recess. I just love surprises, don't you? That's why I saved the best for last. Consider it a gift from me to you.
No way, I don't believe Mr. Lavelle heard the mayor confess.
But it is really true. Did Mayor Tenma really confess? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Court.
It is indeed. During that last recess, I confirmed it with the mayor's daughter. It would seem Mayor Tenma actually did confess.
The testimony is quite favorable to the prosecution's.
This is LaBelle. Yes, I called earlier about the party reservations. That's right, and I'll be calling my little shindig Mayor Tenma's Conviction Gala. A splendid time is guaranteed for all but the mayor and his defense.
It seems our witness is a very busy man. Let's get right to his testimony, shall we?
The only thing he's busy doing is getting ready to go to jail.
Sir DeBow, tell us what you saw when you came upon the scene of the crime.
Random child in the background, you're not a voice actor. Shut up.
So I came upon the scene of the crime, and then I put my dick away. I'm joking.
Wait, hold up a
Oh my
second.
God.
You're Phineas Filch.
I'm not gonna lie. I fucking thought of it, and I'm glad you fucking went for it.
Sorry.
Also, I'm just saying right now, the only people in that room is Jam.
I was in the hallway hiding in the shadow. Oh, Jesus, man. Okay, my earlier statement does not make this better. That's when I heard the confession. Upon learning of her father's crime, little Jinxie fled without ever noticing me.
I feel like you should shut up now.
Keep going. We're already gone this far.
That's a decent exposure.
Immediately after that, the mayor came to, stood up, and opened the forbidden chamber. As I ran in terror, the demon emerged from his prison.
And
In shock, I fled down the hallway to my right, to the one with the phone at the end.
Lamb.
I must say, there's a shocking revelation indeed. Quite unexpected. You think the defendant actually confessed dead and dead to his crime?
Yeah, but he was bleeding from his forehead, so he might not even have known.
He may have had a concussion. He was like, "Oh man, I totally killed that dude. I swear. I'm so high right now." Well,
Yes, okay.
Perhaps the guilt was too much to bear, so he confided in his daughter.
I find it weird. I know. I find it weird that she's crying, but the tears come down her face are going down both sides of her eye.
Don't worry about it.
You didn't realize you should not have withheld such crucial testimony from the courtroom, yes?
Your
That
Honor,
sounds like a whole lot of not my problem.
Your Honor, how many times has there been perjury and you've done jack diddly squat about it?
Once again, sorry.
We're not
It's
playing
just I
sorry.
feared being accused if I mentioned coming up upon that most unpleasant scene.
So
Yes.
ours the different game.
Mr. LaBelle is the one person you don't want to play sorry with.
Ah, why did the mayor's confession have to be brought up by this guy?
We better do something before the judge declares the mayor guilty.
As a death row inmate once told me in years gone by,
He said nothing. He was already dead.
There is a time to fight and a time to yield, a time to live and a time to die.
Ah, he's laying it on real thick now.
The edge?
Yeah.
Yes.
Reminds me to cross-examine the witness.
He was taken aback by the edge.
I thought I heard something coming from your end of the mic, so I thought you were doing all that.
It's me moving my chair.
What? Mr.
How
LaBelle?
fucking dare you?
What are we presenting here, or are we pressing?
We're presenting, because one of these statements does not line up with the evidence that we have.
Not noticing me. The mayor came to, stood up, and opened the
How do you
forbidden-
not notice all of that?
So, the fact is that she was in the hallway, and it fled towards the foyer. But the problem is,
Demon
he said he went down the hallway, and Jinxie hasn't mentioned anything about seeing him.
Yeah, so it's Jinxie's testimony. Testimony.
So, this is some bullshit!
I mean, as if the entire case hasn't been.
Florent LaBelle, you're lying about having witnessed these events from the hallway.
What on earth do you mean?
I prefer Mars, actually.
What the fuck? Yes, good for the rest of us in, Mr. Justice.
If Mr. LaBelle had really fled down into the hall with a phone in it, he would have crossed paths with Miss Tenma.
What's this?
After she discovered the crime scene, she immediately went to call the police. Then after making her call, she went back to the main hallway. Whereupon she encountered the demon, yokai, or whatever you want to call it.
A jam.
As for me, I call it Phineas Filch in a Tenma Taro costume.
Filch Tower.
Phineas Tenma?
Phineas Temba, yeah.
The encounter happened right here, where the hallways meet. As for Mr. LaBelle, if he had fled here, feigning escape from the yokai imposter.
Gang's all here. For the jam.
Yes, the two would have crossed paths.
Right. Except Miss Tenma told us that there was no one else in the hall. In short, Miss Tenma did not see you in the hall because you were really never there.
Oh, my eyes! My beautiful eyes!
Not such a fabulous scent now, is it?
God, the moment he's brazen his eyes, he looks fucking old as hell.
But Mr. Justice, the witness also stated that he heard the mayor confess. He was lying about hearing the confession from the hall. And where was he when he heard it?
Inside the Fox Chamber, where else?
So then that was in the very crime scene.
It is, Your Honor. And that means he's not really a witness. Rather, he's the third party I've been alleging this whole time.
What? You think I'm the killer? How dare you? Silence! Foolish fop. A true man knows when he is beaten. A
Hey, where
shield.
did the Chiefs come back from?
Sorry? Oh, they were never gone. They're broken, it's just the chain linking them is, like, broken.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's free to move. A shield of lies comes to naught before a foe with the sword of truth bared. Prosecutor Blackwell, what are you? I thought we were on the same side. You are mistaken. There are no sides here, save for my cold, steely edge of judgment.
He's talking about his penis.
You are alone upon this battlefield, with naught but your lies and sickly sweet perfume.
God, that face is just disturbing.
Whoa, what just happened? Blackwell's really tearing into him.
You heard the mayor's confession from the inside, did you not, you deviant dandy? For the sole location from which you could have seen and heard the mayor and Tanuki. Without either of them noticing you were right there in the Fox Chamber. Oh my. So that's how it's going to be. Fine, I'll come clean then.
Seriously? You admit to being there in the Fox chamber?
I do. I did enter the room after the murder, but I was afraid of being falsely accused, so I lied about it. I feel terrible about lying like that, but it's a verbal cologne I use to protect myself.
What's the verbal cologne to show your bullshit?
You better explain yourself, Mr. LaBelle.
Yes, of course, I was just about to get to that.
Back in a sec.
Witness is skating on thin ice. I will remind you that the perjury is a very serious crime, bitch. I want to hear your testimony again this time. Your perfume of lies.
I did enter the Fox chamber after the murder, but I didn't enter until after Jinxie heard the confession and left. I heard the mayor groan and hid behind the folding screen there. What I saw there up close, it was absolutely horrifying. So you see, I was there, but merely watching from behind the screen.
Okay, once again. From behind the screen. Why, yes, I believe you would have been spotted if you were there.
Alright, I'm back.
Just so. He could see everything without being spotted by the victim or that Tanuki filch.
Just
Suffice-
for a second. So,
Suffice to say, he was a mere witness to the events rather than an actual third party.
well, technically that would still make him a third party.
Guy's as slippery as an eel.
And twice as buttery.
Just watch my eyes somewhat. I think I'll make the pain go away 'cause it's really hard to look at the screen.
It has been acknowledged.
Ugh. 1 sec.
Alright.
Let's see. Apollo, you think he's telling the truth?
Well, he was in the Fox chamber, so at least that much must be true.
The defense may cross-examine a slightly voyeuristic witness.
Oh my.
Is this the part where we
Hmm.
check the definition of a word we don't understand?
1 second, I'm on
Voyeuristic.
it.
Voyeurism is the act of seeing someone. So voyeuristic is the act that feeds into that.
He's a pervert.
Yeah, fastest words, he's a pervert. He gets off on seeing
A
people
person
there,
who
I guess.
enjoys seeing the pain or distress of others.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, we're gonna get once you get that one, because voyeur is commonly crime word used for just you weren't looking.
You know,
People-
I typed in voyeur, and voyeur, there's 2 definitions I got from the Oxford
Alright,
Dictionary.
he doesn't actually say what he said, so I'm gonna press this.
One was the one I just said, the other one is a person who gains sexual pleasure from watching others when they are naked or engaged in sexual activity.
Gross.
So one's a
He's a
sadist
pervert.
and the other one's a pervert.
Voyeur, what was the other one? Voyeuristic?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Voyeuristic
Voyeur-
tendencies will probably
Yeah,
be
pretty much the same thing. Someone who gets pleasure from secretly watching other people, especially in sexual situations.
Oh God, Jesus.
Alright, LaBelle, I know your game. Can you describe the crime scene in a little bit more detail?
Without the perversion.
And what exactly would you like details about?
Not helping
Three
your case.
siders.
Well, what I'd like to ask you about is,
The murder
Where's the
weapon.
3-sided option?
could you describe the state of the weapons that have been used at the scene?
The spear had been thrust all the way through Alderman Cuby.
Oh,
And then there
God.
was that statue the Alderman used to bludgeon Mayor Tenma. That incredibly inspiring symbol had fallen to the floor.
And
Oh,
did
right, the
the
statue. But why would he find it inspiring? Why exactly did you find the statue inspiring?
Well, when I saw that statue, I felt as if the merger had been realized. It was like a celebration of union between town and village, an inspiring symbol of goodwill.
Broken statue next to a bloody corpse. Real inspiring.
I mean, he gets off on that shit.
Mm.
Yeah, this doesn't help the fucking joke we made about him in the hallway. Well, Mr. Justice, do you consider his statement to be of any importance?
Very.
Is it important?
Right.
I believe that to be extremely important. I request that it be added to the testimony.
And class, who can tell me why it was important?
I'm supposed to eat some chocolate, but it's because he should not have known that, Rob.
Yeah. The statue was wrapped when it was used. Which means he couldn't
That's
have
like how
known
the
it's...
chocolate was, now it's gone.
Which means he couldn't have known what it looked like. Jinxie is the only one who knows what the original looked like.
And I guess Alderman, but he's dead.
Objection!
Fair enough, yeah, I go in.
Your lies have finally betrayed you, Mr. LaBelle.
They didn't before.
What possibly could you mean?
You said that this statue was like a celebration of union between town and village. Isn't that correct?
It is indeed, but what of it? The two yokai are joining hands in goodwill. As if they were celebrating the municipal merger. Something the matter? You're staring very deeply into my eyes.
You
Your
remind
Honor,
me
I
of,
would like to ask for a restraining order.
You know, you remind me of a guy named Stickler. Anyway, so
Well,
how did you really know that this statue was meant to be a symbol of goodwill again?
Look, Stickler is not this bad.
What? Justice, Dunno. Explain yourself and make it quick.
Okay.
Wesley Stickler.
The panty snatcher.
He was the panty snatcher in the last game.
Alright.
This statue was meant to symbolize goodwill in its original form, but that was a secret.
A secret? Whatever do you mean?
What I mean is that it broke when someone used it to strike Mayor Tenma on the head. What's left clearly makes it look like the two yokai are battling it out.
Whew.
The statue's secret and its true form were lost inside that locked room. For Miss Tenma is the only living soul who should know what it once looked like. So, Mr. LaBelle, where could you have possibly seen the statue in its original form?
What do you mean, where?
Whilst he was busy shoving up his ass, apparently.
The only possible answer is this. You saw the statue in its original form right there in the room where the alderman was murdered before it was broken.
How dare you!
Mr. Justice, are you getting to witness some sort of crime?
I wonder which one.
Yes. Yes, I am. Flort LaBelle, I accuse you of the murder of Alderman Rex QB.
Oh,
He's Alderman King QB, then, huh?
What?
Rex means, like, king.
it does, yes.
And, and so he's King QB. Damn, that sounds real wrestler. Order! Order in the courtroom!
I'll take a Subway sandwich, please.
Get the fuck out of here! Bailiff, get him out!
You can never take me out!
You'll never take me alive!
It's the clown again!
Bailiff, shoot them on sight. Oh. Explain yourself. You've been accused of murder. You have anything to say in your defense, bitch?
Oh, how could you possibly accuse me, the embodiment of beauty?
I think, sorry, but I think Aphrodite wants a word. Where's it go, Apollo? This is the conclusive evidence we need. Magnifico!
We've got you now. We know you killed the alderman. Now admit it.
Silence! Enough of your silly games, Justice Dunno. This prancing peacock could not possibly be the killer.
Look, he's too... he's too much of a pansy ass to even lift the spear.
What are you talking about? His alibi has been already crumbled to dust. And I just proved that he was in the Fox chamber while it was still locked tight.
Silence! Why could he have not seen the statue in its true form before the murder? After all, he was close friends with the alderman. Ergo.
Yes, that's right. I clearly remember it now. Alderman QB told me about it. About what the statue actually looked like. I mean, he was a good friend of mine.
An amazing friend, I swear.
Yeah, right. He wouldn't show you a secret gift just like that.
Silence! Moreover, it has already been proven that he was not present at the scene of the crime.
I don't believe you.
Nuh-uh.
Forgotten, have we? Recall the little scam statement, if you will. When Jinxie Tenma unlocked the Fox chamber, she saw the alderman and the mayor collapsed therein, and no one else.
Oh.
Dang it.
The fact is, it was you two who made that apparent in yesterday's court session. Thus, Florent Lebel could not have possibly been in that locked room.
Get some fucking sleep.
Ah. I just don't get it. How could Jinxie not have seen LaBelle?
He went into the Fox. He went into the Forgotten. He went into the Forbidden Chamber. Fuck's sake.
The Forgotten Chamber, you know I forgot about that.
The proof is incontrovertible.
It's very controvertible.
No room for debate exists. Am I not right, your baldness?
Does seem awfully conclusive now, doesn't it? Facts point to the defendant and the victim being the only people in that locked room. Moreover, the defendant has already confessed.
Silence!
You motherfucker.
You cannot defend the indefensible. Your role in this charade is over, Justice Nono.
Sounds like Apollo just about to come throw hands.
But
Imagine like opening an objection, waiting for the judge to like approve or like sustain or or overrule the objection, and all you hear is the enemy prosecutor going, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, and then you just go, "You want to catch? Do you want to fucking catch these hands?
You want to catch this blade?
I catch his dick. What?
Too far,
What?
too far."
Your baldness. This trial would last an eternity if we were to keep crossing blades with these simpletons.
But crossing blades for an eternity sounds cool.
It is high time you brought down the hammer of justice.
Point well made. Well, it's time to declare a verdict. Disqualified the defendant Damien Tenma.
Hold it. Oh shit.
Oh shit, right.
It's
It seemed that my time as a hand fuck.
Mayor Tenma.
Counselor, there's a matter which I must testify, Squawk. Recall it now, only for your good gracious, Squawk.
Counselor? Alright, he must mean me. Has he finally remembered what happened before that blow to his head?
Bailiff, don't just stand there, seize him!
It's no good. I can't restrain him. He's
Oh,
got
fuck.
dark magic around him.
he's like, it's not displayed here because obviously there's a limit in terms of animations, but apparently the bailiff is trying to fucking hold him back, and he's just like, "Nah, I'm testifying." Fuck
He's
you.
literally holding me back with his magic powers. But what am I supposed to do?
Ka. Know me and despair, Squawk. I am Tenma Taro, Demon Lord of the Yoga.
Listen, when he said when he said I must break out of this prison, he wasn't joking. He wasn't exaggerating. That wall would not have survived 2 seconds with him.
Look, if you want me to stop, why don't you stop him, Blackpool? You're the one with the fucking sword.
Mr. Justice, do something.
What? No, fuck
Why
you.
would I do anything?
God, his hands are just in the air. Since when am I responsible for court security?
Since now, Apollo. This is our chance. Beat him up. You might get some new information out of him.
Beat
I
him
say
up
beat
for
her up.
information.
Beat him up again.
Your Honor, seeing as our client has something new to say, I believe due process demands that we hear him out, even if he is a yokai.
You put it that way. So, I believe testimony by yokai is unprecedented in the legal world.
You're unprecedented in the legal world.
Unprecedented and absurdity, more like.
Shut the
Didn't
fuck
we have a
up.
fucking puppet testifying once? The fuck?
What was that, I think?
Didn't we have a puppet testifying once?
We had.
Yeah, but-
We also had a parrot testify.
Blackwell
And,
wasn't there for
uh,
either of those things.
Yeah, and also a spirit channeler.
I think the parrot was still the best one.
Nah, the Quilo show was the best. Alright then, Mr. Damien Tenma, or should I say, Mr. Tenma Toro?
Chilo's fucking dead.
Your testimony, please. That bird's dead. Cut. Shall I speak of reconciliations most real, courtesy of my host. One Damien. What's his name? Tenma. There we go.
Yeah.
These words, mortals, for hear them what once say you shall. Cow.
Have you ever played this turn? We're going to be
I
hearing
like-
this line at least 10 million times.
I like how Tenmataro mentions earlier, or at least Tenma the possession, quote unquote, mentions yeah, but he shares my name. And the bit that Iffy forgot was the one part that Tenmataro shares with fucking Damien.
Also, can I just say with Mr.
So
Ropey
fucking stupid.
can
I
I just
love it.
say can I just say with Mr. Gropey Hands here and fucking Florent LaBelle, we've got the trifecta of just hey, can you please stop right now, please?
Was this Birdman or Normal Man?
This is Birdman.
This is Birdman.
Barely conscious was Damien there amid the darkness. Only two yokai did appear. One side I, Tenma Toro, ruler of the demon kind. And the other, my mortal enemy, the furry nine-tailed fox.
Oh, this is not helpful.
No, this is cool. I think we should discuss this the entire time, clearly. What? What's wrong, Rob?
This is just weird.
Nothing wrong with
You know what's weird?
What?
No, the testimony is weird.
The defendant asserting that the room he was in was very dark at the time.
Very dark, very scary.
Yes, in Travis everyday darkness. This was advanced darkness.
Hey, stop this.
Certain as it may be, yes indeed, all was darkness.
Alright, look, Damien and Tanda, we're not here to play Kingdom Hearts.
Keyblade.
And the part about Tenmataro and the nine-tailed fox being there.
Yes, that too. Tenma towered overhead of the nine-tailed fox glittered gold.
I call animal abuse, Your Honor.
That doesn't work that way.
It's not animal abuse, it's technically human abuse, you fool.
It would seem the defendant's recollections are not to be trusted.
Yes, well, truth be told, my host recollections are still a bit fuzzy, Squawk. As if I've dreamt, that happening lingers in his mind, Squawk.
Hello, maybe I can help here.
Really? Oh, you mean?
Yeah, I can hear it. The discord in his heart. There's like 4 idiots inside there. Like, what are they even doing? I sense an unusual emotion in the mayor's memory of the event.
Okay, I just hope our findings don't come back to haunt us again.
Okay, getting to the main frame.
Yep. Did that say size off?
Don't worry about it.
Look
Only
of
conscious with Damien there amid the darkness. Suddenly, two yokai did appear. Surprise? On one side, I, Tenmataro, ruler of Demon Why is he surprised about... Oh, well, I guess it's because it's him.
Yeah.
And on the
Why is he-
other, my
he's a
mortal
seal
enemy, the nine-tailed fox. That's a weird
Happy.
emotion.
Actually, press it.
It sounds like the mayor saw the same thing as what's shown on the scroll.
What's with those Tenmas and their yokai vision?
I think it's sweet how father and daughter can share something like that.
I don't think a shared nightmare really qualifies as sweet.
It's sweet, Apollo. Don't.
Anyway, all I need to do is point out an unnatural reaction like last time.
You're a natural reaction. Look for places where an emotion conflicts with the testimony. That conflict usually indicates a thought or commotion that's being suppressed. Oh, what was it? Right, well, question the Pog. The Pog emotion. Why is he feeling Pog about the enemy?
Yeah, he's just weak.
On it.
Why is he Pogging?
When the nine-tailed fox appeared, you not only experienced shock and sadness, but also something like joy as well.
Joy? Perhaps there was joy at this light coming to my eyes at long last. A long and terrible creaking did pierce the light. And there was light.
It was
I
God.
hate the light.
He was at the cinema.
On reflection, it was the door that did produce the infernal racket spark.
A creaking door.
I'm hearing a weird beeping noise.
Yeah, I've been hearing that for like the last couple of minutes.
Rob, are you
I think
tapping
it's
something?
wrong.
Are you tapping something?
What would I be tapping?
I don't know, but it sounds like a boop 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 boop.
I have
Okay,
no idea.
what response is that? What would you? How the fuck will we know what you would be tapping?
Well, I'm asking because I'm not tapping anything.
Then I have no
it's
idea
like
what
a
that
beeping
noise is.
Maybe it's just like a computer hum or something.
Yeah.
No?
Oh.
You might have heard the guinea pigs drinking.
You just hear loud guinea pig drink.
Alright. Silence for a second, then Rob speak.
Sorry, what?
Speak.
Yes, hello?
Yeah, that's I don't know, it's like whenever you or someone and then you start talking, it sounds like a random deet 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 sound.
Yeah, we'll worry about it later.
Ah, right, I see what you mean. Oh!
Do you?
Yeah,
You know what
it's the PC. The fan is...
Yes, the computer.
It's not that loud on my end. I'm
Indeed,
surprised that the
was
mic is picking it up, to be honest.
You can always change the sensitivity of the mic later on.
I'll try, but it's fine.
In any case, Apollo.
Oh, you must be talking about the Forbidden Chamber door. It does make a lot of noise.
Like Rob's PC.
Apparently, which is really annoying.
So this means the Forbidden Chamber really was opened.
1 second.
Did you know I could order Starbucks on this thing?
There we go.
Want a coffee, Apollo?
Coffee would be great.
I've managed to filter it out of the recording, but not out of this call.
That's fine. But what about the sudden lighting you described?
I think I know. He mentioned darkness and Tenmataro towering overhead.
You mentioned darkness. This is officially a Kingdom Hearts game.
That's all it took.
That's all it took.
Is that a Kingdom Hearts?
Apollo, could you not nerd out about Kingdom Hearts for 5 seconds?
Maybe the mayor wasn't really in the Fox Chamber at the time of the crime.
She was in Hollow Bastion.
Mr. Mayor, did the darkness that you were in happen to be here?
Oh god, it's still coming through. What the fuck is happening?
So, how can I get your copy, Apollo?
The darkness... Was it the Forbidden Chamber?
Yeah, it was the Forbidden Chamber because there's no light source in there, I don't think. Kenma Ifrio.
Yeah.
Forbidden Chamber. Was it not the Fox Chamber where the murder did occur? Spark.
Yes, but it all makes sense if you were in the Forbidden Chamber. That terrible creaking sound was probably the Forbidden Chamber's door opening. And the towering Tenmataro you saw? Most likely the Forbidden Chamber statue.
Oh, yes, that would explain it, Squawk. Darkness and the staff in the demon's grasp.
But even if all that's true, then what about the nine-tailed fox?
Maybe it was seeing things, just like Jinxie and her imaginary yokai.
Fantastico, Apollo. It's entirely possible. In a groggy dreamlike state, people can misremember things and events.
Just remember, you say. That me thinks. I do believe. Remember now, Squawk. That was not the nine-tailed fox. It was Joe Mama. I mean, amazing nine-tails.
Joe Mama, the amazing wrestler Joe Mama!
What? The amazing Ninetales?
No, it's the amazing Joe Mama, you heard him.
At first, this is but a dream, I thought. Now, however, I must clearly do recall, Squawk. Twas the amazing nine tails who did open the forbidden chamber.
It was
door.
the
The nine amazing tales.
The nine amazing tales.
Oh,
It's level 60%.
I'm
Yep.
sorry I asked. That means there's still more to do.
That means this Discord is hard still. Amazing Nine Tails, but that was the victim Ultimate QB, right?
Yeah. Why would he open the forbidden chamber? Wasn't he trying to keep it sealed?
Never mind, Dad, this is completely new information. Let me enter in and run an update.
I'm glad Blackpool's letting us do this.
How do I do that? I just do a smiley face. That's how I put all my information in.
Remember, Taka only attacks you for pointless exercises or trickery. And apparently, that counts for Apollo's,
Yeah, apparently my bracelet's pointless, but there's...
Your bracelet's useless. Yeah, no, it's because yours technically is illegal, I guess. Sad. Why is he feeling sad? What do you suppose the Amazing Ninetales was up to?
Good question. Could he have been trying to free the mayor from the forbidden chamber?
But why help an enemy like that? Wasn't he opposed to the mayor's merger plea?
That fucking picture of Tenmataro Mayor just looks like.
Come and get me, Ninetales. We can get the picture up again, to be fair. Well, at least we know why the room's suddenly lit up. Sorry, was that Rob?
That's my line.
I said you could pull the picture up again, but I don't...
Yeah, you can. Watch. Let's finish up this line second real quick.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
He didn't read the line styles of being a dumbass and read it, his line got distracted.
History, there you go.
Well, at least now we know why the room suddenly lit up.
Must have been a huge relief for the mayor. I mean, think about being trapped in a pitch black room. Freaks me out. So yeah, go through it all again real quick. And then get the thing to repeat, so like just press A again. So now I can go through the picture real quick. Look at the picture. Yeah. So yeah, I see what you mean.
I'm going to grab all of your watermelons.
All your watermelons belong to me! And I think hit sad on the fourth statement is right, is what we're going to press.
Yeah. And the issue is that he was sad.
Why was he sad?
When the amazing Ninetales opened the chamber, banishing the darkness within,
Man, what a Keyblade warrior.
Stop it.
you felt joy. But didn't you also feel shock and sadness?
Yes, in hazy depths of my mind, I do recollect something. Nature Squad. I believe it was the Fiend's Cape of Red. When I did behold it, a great wave of sadness did unexpectedly wash over me.
It's the Cape of Sadness.
Cape of red?
Are you telling me that the Amazing Ninetales is secretly Superman? Can't believe we didn't know it all this time. Polly, we've reduced the noise level. But there's still a little left.
Mayor Tenma, why were you sad when you saw the red cape?
Because I wanted it to be blue.
Why indeed?
What could this mean?
I guess his memory's still a little spotty. I know because his later recollection contradicts the evidence.
Yeah, it's one of those contradictions that slaps you right across the face.
Oof.
Something this obvious could arise. When someone is trying to force a fuzzy memory into a defensive shape. Apollo, I know what you have to do. You need to present evidence that contradicts the image received.
Oh, so it's basically the same as the usual cross-examination process. Okay, time to review the evidence. Look out, contradiction. Here comes justice.
Okay.
Yeah,
so...
it's statement 4, I'm pretty sure.
Number 4.
Okay.
Because he shouldn't have a red cape. Look, it's Superman. Super Ninetales.
Do we have a picture?
I think it's the
this
poster,
one.
yeah. The
It
glossy.
doesn't have a red cape.
You said the Amazing Ninetales cape was red. Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Yes, well, I do believe it was red cape I saw, but...
So they were talking, huh?
You what now, Sonny Jim?
Just said, are you sure about that in Japanese?
Mayor Tenma. Does this cape look red to you?
Yes, I'm colorblind.
Oh. Oh, shit. Fuck. That certainly does not look red. Maybe the Scarlet Crimson need to fuck me. Nevertheless... Fuck you. Upon my liberation, something red did fill me a hazy field of view.
Is it by any chance the red screen now filling the screen?
It's the blood. I said to myself, Midnight Tales is arrayed in a cape of red. Fuck.
So you mistook that red something for his cape, huh?
Yes,
That
I agree.
would be-
Noise.
Makes it sound like someone's flatlining. What the fuck? Apparently so,
Quick.
remembering it now.
Save him.
Brings a great sadness upon me.
The red something probably wasn't a cape after all. Maybe that great sadness he mentioned is what's interfering with his memory.
Well, he would have seen the fox chamber behind the Amazing Ninetales. What red object could he have seen there that would have been that shocking? I know. Could have been... Mr. Mayor, was the red thing you saw this?
It was Apollo Justice.
Yes, I was there.
He was the one who committed the crime.
Up from
The crime scene.
Where's the crime photo?
Left.
This one?
Yeah, crime photo. Yeah.
Ah, so he's thinking
Yeah,
about
I
the
said the
blood.
statue.
Yeah.
I said the statue. But it has a red cup on it, I think.
Something red that could produce a deep sadness.
I think it's the idea that it's a big red.
Could it be, Mr. Tenma, that what you saw was the Alderman's blood?
Blood? But yes, it was blood.
Somebody's Aurora. I think we're back to normal now.
Yeah, normal time now.
Back to me now. It wasn't a red cape that I saw. It was lying behind the Amazing Ninetales, the Alderman's bloody body. I can't believe the Ninetales
That's not
killed.
fucking terrifying at all. Why is it every single time this refreshes, it's always something insanely terrifying?
Remember, Rob, this is the only game in the series I think that's rated 15.
Hey neighbor, you
Yeah,
want
because
something?
these sequences, and also, by the way, this will just hang here until I click A, so it's just nothing. It's just this horrific like sequence that appears
you see
there.
that body behind me? You're next.
Yeah, now all we're seeing here is furry murderer.
when personas go too far.
Hey Tenma, I got you dinner.
Hey neighbor, how you doing?
Equal 3.
Want some sugar?
Bye bye.
Just absolutely terrifying.
His noise level's down to 0, and we just committed.
Your brain just shut down.
What?
Give me a second.
Lawrence
Shoot.
is failing
Noise
to
level went
function.
down to 0 too.
My brain level's also down to 0.
His noise level's down to 0, and he also traumatized the entire core gallery with that frightening image. I think he's remembered everything now.
Thankfully, it's only displayed on Athena's screen. She can take it.
Yeah, she's fine, but you imagine the gallery right above her looking at this.
Imagine Apollo looking over her shoulder like, what the fuck?
Yeah, cool movie. Does this mean the Amazing Ninetales killed Alderman QB?
But the Alderman was the amazing knight, so how exactly would that work?
Hey, I asked you first.
You're the lead defense.
Are you okay with it?
It's just fucking hey, I asked you first.
Oh, yeah.
Converted to a great score today. I love it. Mr. Justice, you sure know how to make a complicated matter even more complicated.
I learned from the best. At this time of the crime, our client was in the Forbidden Chamber. Moreover...
Silence!
My favorite.
Hoy, don't you think this is strange? The little scamp has already confirmed her father to be in the Fox Chamber. But she said naught about seeing the amazing Ninetales there.
Just had to bring that up, didn't you?
Dixie didn't see the bell there either. It's so weird. Who was really in that room then?
Right. Would the defense care to share the theories with the quarter?
Before I take a nap because you're boring me to sleep.
I mean, it's like 5 p.m.
No, that's fine. That's just this thing. Add it to the.
I'm tired because we started late right now.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It'll be fixed next week.
Mm-hmm.
Rob,
What? Oh, wait, I
You
was
set the
read the
line.
line.
Yeah.
line.
Can you explain the inconsistency between the defendant's testimony and his
Oh
dog?
my god!
Yeah, we can.
Yes, of course, I can explain it. Because if I don't, we're in serious trouble.
Not with more of your bluffs and fairy tales, I trust. Fair warning, Justice Dunno. I shall have your head if you fail to explain this.
Ugh. What about a good old-fashioned
It's
penalty?
always the head with you, Blackwell. Why not go for the arm or the leg? Why does it always have to be the head?
What's
not
the
my
point in
fault
a
Blackwood
sword
wants
fight to
head.
the death if I don't kill my enemy?
Well, kill him another way. Be fucking creative.
It's not my
It's fine.
fault
Blackwell
Blackwood
just
wants
really
head,
loves
dude.
some good head.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, it's not my fault he wants head.
It's not my fault you don't get bitches in the jailhouse.
I will have your head one way or another, Justice Dunno.
My
Listen.
what?
Listen, I'm taken by Clavier.
Clever is somewhere. I feel disturbance in the force.
Well, I don't know what this Clavier thing is, but he sounds German.
Alright, sorry.
Mr. Justice, let's see if you've heard worth keep. God damn it. Mr. Justice, let's see if you have a head worth keeping on your shoulders and not to somewhere else.
The judge says suggestively.
So no head.
First of all,
Well,
well, first of all, Mr. LaBelle was definitely in the Fox Chamber while it was locked.
Oh my.
Shut up,
We also-
Josh, okay?
We also know that Mayor Tenma was in the Forbidden Chamber based on his testimony.
Scandalous.
Lamb.
These two facts are crucial to my explanation.
we
So
need
let us
an
consider-
some meal.
It's Lamb.
The Malge.
Lamouge.
Mouch.
Lamage.
If the facts point to LaBelle and the victim being there at the scene,
It's
Oh.
LaBelle and his... No, it's LaBelle and his La Jam.
why did Jinxie Tenma see the victim and her father, Mayor Tenma?
It was one hell of a bender. That's... I'm kidding, go on.
Your Honor.
Alright, shit. Very good question indeed, and I suppose you have an answer for it, yes?
Sadly, you would be supposing wrong.
You think she could have mistaken Mr. LaBelle for the mayor?
Well, if she did, then the question is, why did she do that?
Well, How about that explanation, Mr. Justice? I think the time for questions is over. The defense asserts that Florence LaBelle was at the scene of the crime. However, Deacon Temple has testified that she saw her father collapse there. She has in fact misremembered the event. What could have made her do so?
She was disguised. She got the rooms mixed up. She was actually in the bathroom. She just happened to see Mr. Kirk as Alba in there.
Well, I had something, but I forgot it. It's my turn. Okay, the figure Miss Tenma saw was not her father.
I can't
yeah,
believe
the
Tenma's adopted her.
Wow.
It was Florent LaBelle disguised as Damien Tenma.
Silence! That is a complete impossibility. Their faces are utterly unalike. How could you explain that away with a mere disguise?
Yes, they
Faces.
do. Both do have incredibly distinct faces.
Yeah, one of them looks a lot more punchable than the other.
But maybe the disguise completely hid his face?
I think Jinxie would have mentioned she couldn't see her father's face.
And if it was that sort of disguise, wouldn't she have removed it?
Oh, right.
Your sword is as dull as your mind, Justice Deneau. Shall I show you what a truly sharp blade is capable of?
I think I'll pat.
Man, Cardi just fucking killed him.
Fatality.
Are you okay, Apollo? You're bleeding.
I'm gonna leave in a few months, am I?
You're like fucking hell you are.
Also,
Now
watch
get your
out.
fucking ass up.
Blackwell hit him so hard he said he wasn't fine. Holy shit. Well, now that we have that little fairy tale out of the way, your baldness, your verdict, if you will.
Because I believe it's time for a vote. Do you have no further arguments?
What's even left for me to do?
Apollo, remember what Mr. Wright always says? When you're stuck in a tight spot, turn the case upside down.
Turn the case upside down? He does say that, doesn't he?
Why not?
Yes, he's a fucking loony. Now just figure out what the fuck's wrong with this.
I don't see how it quite applies here. Still, never hurts to give it a try, I guess. Let's see. Rather than Jinxie didn't remove the disguise, maybe she couldn't remove it. And rather than she didn't tell anyone about the disguise, maybe it was she couldn't talk about it.
Oh god, Jinxie.
I'll do this, fuck it.
Go for it.
A wrestler's mask is more precious than his own life. He'd
It says
never unmask
wrestler on that.
He'd never unmask himself in front of others. There are matches where wrestlers battle for the right to remove each other's masks.
Did you say Wesker?
Wrestler.
I don't know.
To have your mask torn off is the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. That's why their masks are more important to them than life itself.
She's very British.
It's just how George does it.
Fair.
Because George is also incredibly British.
Fair.
He's lied to
What
me.
about... and what about the fact that it was the amazing Ninetales who opened the door? Mask that can't be removed in front of others. Can these facts turn things around? Ah! Ugh! We got it all backwards.
Apollo,
I think
do I take you to the infirmary?
we might have made a huge mistake.
Your boldness! I see no need to further indulge them in their silly little farce. The defense has no proof. They never did and they never will.
Just like how you have no bitches?
I don't need bitches.
Objection, sir.
I tell you that, he does need bitches, Your Honor.
I do have proof he needs them.
Do
You're
you
skipping a line.
now? I
Don't
didn't
look at me
skip it
so
on
interested.
purpose.
Alright. It better be good, Mr. Justice. Real good. Like soup.
Love me some soup.
We can solve the remaining riddles by turning all of our assumptions upside down. Why Jinxie Tenma mistook Mr. LaBelle for her father? Why she couldn't remove the costume? What the fuck? Or
bird looks
couldn't tell
ready to
anyone
fucking
about
go.
it in the first place.
He's glaring at you.
He's going, and the bird's ready to fucking go.
These riddles are inextricably linked to Mayor Tenma's secret identity. A shocking secret identity that will turn the entire premise of this case upside down. This piece of evidence clearly reveals Mayor Tenma's secret identity.
Mask.
Oh, what absolute claptrap! Poppycock! Balderdash!
No, we're not playing. We're not playing Borderlands.
British words!
He thought the alderman was the amazing Ninetales and the mayor was Temataro.
Wait a second. He's not Japanese. He's British. He's a phony.
Utter bollocks!
That's why we believe the mayor killed the alderman in his lust for Ninetales' veil.
What's with the Japanese characters being British?
And it was the basis for the prosecution's entire case against our client. However, we mixed up the furries. Mayor Tenma wasn't Temataro at all. He was the amazing Ninetales.
God, I can't get over Athena's face.
What the fuck?
Holy shit!
You'd best explain yourself, Justice Dunno. And from where you derive such a far-fetched conclusion.
Okay. Jinxie, no doubt, knew the true identity of the amazing Ninetales.
I still find it weird as tits. Those tits still look weird to me.
Oh my god.
Are you okay, Faith?
I fucking love Alex, man. Rob over here fucking sounding like Satan himself, Alex. Yeah.
But she couldn't tell anyone no matter what. I see what Lawrence is talking about. That the tears like curving.
Yeah, it's real weird.
That's why she didn't say it was the amazing Ninetales she saw passed out.
That look right.
To a fairy father. You told me she could never words.
Even though, unbeknownst to her, it was really Flora LaBelle in disguise.
Silence! The accused and that deceitful dandy are utterly dissimilar in physical build and voice. The little scamp would have seen the difference.
Shut the fuck up. Remember, Mr. LaBelle has his own brand of cosmetics. Why couldn't he fake a different build, too? Like, anyone speaking through a mask would naturally sound different.
Silence! Why did she not simply pull the mask off?
A masked wrestler's disguise is more precious than life itself. As a huge fan of the amazing Ninetales, she would never dare unmask him.
You know, Blackquill, I might want to take a break from getting slashed.
This case of mistaken identity also explains the riddle of the locked room.
I guess. I all means Justice answered it for us already. Damn.
First, Mr. LaBelle entered the room where the mayor and alderman were talking. Damn. I suspect he brought with him coffee laced with some sort of sedative. Where did we get that conclusion from? Okay, once the alderman was out cold.
He's theorizing, is what he's doing.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh,
Yeah, we saw this at the beginning.
I believe Mr. LaBelle's a spear user. That's when Mr. LaBelle killed him.
I
What's
see,
thing on
the
his-
Lancer
what's the thing on his
servant.
head. He's got like some pink thing on his head.
Next, he took the mayor, who he had also drugged, into the Forbidden Chamber.
Take a nap.
Then he returned to the Fox Chamber, slipped on into some of the mayor's spare clothes, and completed the disguise by donning the amazing Ninetales mask.
So what you're telling me is that Damon was naked in that room right there.
And I said spare clothes.
Which he apparently happened to have. Who the fuck brings spare clothes with them?
Well, I mean, he does when you're preparing for a crime.
I mean, sometimes a mayor needs to stay in his house, so it could, like, warrant.
He might.
Like, an extra
He's
pair of
also
clothes.
his aide, right? Couldn't he just
Yeah.
pack him spare clothes?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that might have been why.
It's just still weird.
It's weird, but not weird.
With this
I mean, not
entire
really.
charade in place, Mr. LaBelle then let out a scream. Pretty not manly one. The scream that led Jinxie Tenma to the scene.
Oh god, they're killing a woman.
Ah, so then, the person who said I killed Osmond Cubey was
Yes.
a furry.
He looks he looks sadly just was like, I have to tell you, Jinxie,
I'm a
I'm
furry.
furry.
I'm a furry.
Can't be true.
I was Florent LaBelle in disguise. The mayor never actually confessed.
Silence!
But, you know, I need to take a screenshot of that picture just to put in the chat when I.
This
when it
is
comes
no
up
more
again.
than guesswork and speculation. Now stop your jabbering and...
Shut up. No, you twisted samurai.
You shut up.
This time you stop your jabbering and let me finish making my case. Once Miss Tenma left the scene, Mr. LaBelle, still wearing the mayor's clothes and mask, opened the forbidden chamber so he could drag the mayor back out into the fox chamber.
Oh, so the amazing Ninetales the mayor saw was...
Right, it was LaBelle opening the forbidden chamber. Second time Mr. LaBelle opened the door to the forbidden chamber, he happened to catch the thieving Mr. Filch by surprise. Startled, Mr. Filch in his Tenmo Taro disguise ran as fast as he could away from the room. As he did, he left behind him a trail of feathers and tracks, and gave Miss Tenma the scare of her life in the hallway. With no one left to witness the events that had occurred,
That's a furry and a furry? No.
Mr. LaBelle then proceeded to drag the sleeping mayor back into the fox chamber.
He's having a real bad day.
See, well, that certainly does make sense.
Then, after dragging the mayor back into the fox chamber, Mr. LaBelle threw the mask out the window and fled the room.
Didn't we find the mask inside the room?
We
No,
found
we
it
found
all
it
over.
everywhere.
Ah, fair enough. Silence! For this absurd theory to work, it requires that the defendant be the amazing Ninetales. However, he was the one pushing for the municipal merger. That such an individual could possibly be the amazing Ninetales is preposterous.
The mayor was blackmailed into pursuing the merger. Miss Tenma's life would have been in danger if he'd openly voiced his opposition. That's why he created a secret identity as the Amazing Ninetales.
Gah! This is madness. No one could possibly hatch such an insane plot.
Have you seen this game series?
Have you seen wrestling?
That's
Wrestling has the dumbest plots ever.
No
Yes,
one
this was
except...
probably-
Oh, you go for it.
I was saying this was probably most tame so far.
No one except a killer as insane as his plot, and I'd say Florent LaBelle more than qualifies.
Just want to. Just that the own peril to get your hands.
I don't care, Mayor Tenma. It's okay now. Jinxie will be safe just as soon as Mr. LaBelle is arrested. You are the Amazing Ninetales, aren't you?
Lawrence?
I mean, it's still him for the moment. He's just going.
I mean,
Still
the thing
kicking.
pulled it down.
Hey, he's back to yellow again.
You have quite the active imagination. Mayor Tenma is not the amazing Ninetales.
What do you mean?
Well, has the mayor admitted to it yet?
But that's just...
And if he did admit to such nonsense, I would reveal the truth behind Tenma Taro right here and now.
What?
Why, you were there to reveal the secret.
My good friend, the Alderman has told me all about it. But it wouldn't be good to expose the truth, what with the superstitions now, would it?
The truth behind Tenmataro. What's he talking about?
So go ahead, say it. Say I am the amazing Ninetales. I dare you.
Wait. Will somebody please explain what's going on here?
Your Honor,
Mayor-
the bell's blackmailing the witness.
Mayor Tenma will do anything to keep the truth behind Tenmataro a secret. A dark, terrible truth that has been kept secret by the village superstitions.
And if the mayor admits to being the amazing Ninetales, you'll expose the truth?
Right, I won't have him walking free because of some nonsense you made up.
Wow, what an asshole.
So what now, Justice Dunno? Without the mayor's admission, your theory is as useless as you are in battle.
Asshole.
I'll show you who's useless.
Apollo, don't you dare give up now.
I know.
If you do it, I will come to your house and beat you up.
We work at the same place.
That's
You
not
know
your
what
house,
I'm-
is it? You live at work?
Honestly, he could. I believe Mr. LaBelle's statement warrant a thorough cross-examination. After all, the true identity of the amazing Ninetales is the cornerstone of this case.
You do have a point there. Please enter this court, Mr. LaBelle, to be defendant. Wait, one second.
You what?
Please enter this court, Mr. Bell. Is the defendant the amazing Ninetales or not? I was looking at another server, so the window for the thing was tiny.
The amazing Ninetales' true identity is not Mayor Tenma. The mayor would never admit to such utter nonsense. But if he did admit to such nonsense, I will expose the truth behind Tenmataro right here and now.
He's publicly blackmailing in the middle of the courtroom.
And that would bring ruin upon Ninetales Vale, just as the superstitions say.
Is no one gonna stop this man? He's committing blackmail in the courtroom.
Talk about out of the pot and into the fire. At this rate, the mayor will be found guilty for sure.
Honestly speaking, Damon Tenma is not the amazing Ninetales. In fact, I don't see how the defendant has much of a case here.
And let's just leave it at that, shall we?
No.
We all know Alderman Kyubi was the amazing Ninetales anyway. I mean, that's how Ninetales Vale made a comeback. The Alderman was so popular.
There's gotta be a hole in that testimony somewhere. But I don't even know where to start.
If we don't have any proof that the mayor was the amazing Ninetales, then we'll just have to get him to admit it himself.
But if he admits it, LaBelle's gonna expose the secret behind Tenmataro.
And then we just need to rip off the band-aid for him.
Ugh, we're so close, I know it.
Do your
The
job,
defense may cross-examine the witness.
Alright, well, let's prove to him that the band-aid is coming off.
Yeah, keep stroking that flower.
That's it.
Never say that. This entire case is never say that again. No, you won't, because I'm going to do it first.
I think it's this, right?
I think it's basically got to prove that it can't be going to ruin anymore.
Do not gaze upon Tenmataro. Do not tell others if you see him. Isn't that what the village superstitions say?
Exactly! Telling others what Temataro looks like would reveal the truth. That's why the superstitions were written down in the first place.
And ruin coming to the village if you free him? Yeah. Is that a warning not to expose the truth?
Bingo! And the truth is, Tenmataro is great, greed-inspiring fortune. That's what the whole battle over Ninetails Vale is all about.
Tenmataro is a great fortune. Come to think of it.
Come on, Rob.
If he's still here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is he? Yeah. Oh, he disappeared for a second. Iffy.
I thought you said, I'm gonna leave for a second. That's why I said okay.
Why did he freaking dips out every single time Filch comes on stream?
Only that it's the greatest get witch quick chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me all about it. Said there's an amazing treasure in there.
Whatever you say, Beavis.
Could Tenmataro actually be?
Mayor Tenma.
Telling the villagers that Tenmataro is a terrifying yokai is what has scared them away from the Forbidden Chamber and the treasure within. That's how the treasure has been kept secret all this time.
Well, well, well. It seems our ace attorney here has uncovered the truth that must not be revealed.
Roll credits.
Mayor Tenma looks like he wants to keep the truth in as much as I do.
Tragedy is doomed to repeat itself as long as Tenmataro exists.
Good thing it doesn't exist anymore.
That's why the secret must be protected.
As long as Tenmataro exists, huh? Mr. LaBelle, please add that statement to your testimony.
That statement doesn't really add anything, but sure.
We're adding it to the testimony.
We're adding it to the testimony. Now present that fucking Azuki Kozo.
Objection!
Wash
Mr.
them
LaBelle.
beans, boy!
What if Tenmataro no longer existed? Revealing the truth would no longer be an issue, would it?
If Tenmataro no longer existed... What on earth are you talking about?
Oh, apparently you haven't heard.
About the
Tenmataro
bird.
no longer exists.
Fucking shot
What
out shot out the sky like Duck Hunt.
Yeah, let me just get the shotgun real quick. But I guess you didn't get to do a thorough search after the key was taken from you. Because when we searched the Forbidden Chamber, there wasn't any treasure there.
Really? Well, maybe you weren't looking in the right place.
Sorry, but I have proof that Tenmataro no longer exists. Take a look at this figure.
Looks like it's not back yet. What do we have here? It looks like some kind of sort of creature.
We found this in the Forbidden Chamber. It's an Azuki Kozo figure. The great thief Azuki Kozo used to leave them at the scene of his crimes.
Are you suggesting that the Tenmataro has been stolen?
Yup. Phineas Filch's grandfather, a master thief, was the culprit.
By that hideous, moronic caretaker's grandfather, no less? You! No! My beautiful golden Tenmataro was...
The greed inspired by Tenmataro can no longer bring ruin upon Ninetails Vale. Isn't that right, Mayor Tenma?
It's a tie, so it's Tenma.
The reason I can tell which one it is because the voice sound that makes when he speaks, so it technically is still Tenmataro, but that's fine. The root of the tragedy would indeed seem to be gone.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's because if you listen carefully to how it sounds different depending on who it is.
Oh, it's the cue that you're using. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's not here, so you gotta do it.
Oh, God. In fact, I now recall the Alderman revealing the secret to me on the day of our meeting. He must have been speaking of Tenmataro, for he said to me the golden ingot was gone.
The gold ingot? You mean the treasure that is Tenmataro's true form?
Recall, if you will, a scroll with the Forbidden Chamber. Tenmataro is the yellowest object shown there. A fine gold ingot that my nomadic ancestors bestowed upon Ninetails Vale. In return for that gold my ancestors received on Ninetails Vale, land that would become Tenma Town. But Dryad's villagers madly grieved at the great fortune. Bitter was their grief, your battle. It was as if they were possessed. My ancestors' gold became a curse upon my village. A curse of ruin. But it was that yokai Tenmataro came to be.
So, Tenmataro and the village superstitions were merely fairy tales to scare people away.
Fairy tale or not, Tenmataro made quite the mess of things.
Yes, indeed, for there is no greater monster than the mortal man's lust for gold. Well, you know what they say, the love of money is the root of all evil. My ancestors did bring a terrible thing here to Tiny Tales Vale. A thing so terrible that... Tenmataro was a monster just as terrible to be created to keep it a secret. Yet we have naught but love for the little village to which we owe our very existence. Tenmataro would never seek to take over Night Tales Vale merger. Oh my, that was quite a shocking lesson in history.
Mr. Mayor, now that we know Tenmataro no longer exists, are you ready to admit your secret? You are the amazing Ninetales, aren't you?
No! Don't do it! Please, no!
It's time. Begone, you demented demon! Now, where was I? The Golden Lord of Yokai, the amazing Ninetales is indeed... Welcome back, Ethan.
French.
And that means... Jinxie!
Yes?
The man wearing the mayor's clothes who you saw collapsed in the Fox Chamber, was he wearing the amazing Ninetales mask?
Uh-huh. That's what made me think it was Papa. He said he was going to reveal his secret identity to Alderman Cuby that day, so... So, it really wasn't Papa I saw there, was it?
Hold it.
What?
Sorry. I want to screen. I want to print screen this so George can see this majesticness. Sorry.
Alright.
There we go. We'll confuse George with this.
Fucking face, man. I love it. I don't know why.
I know, right? It was Florent's idea from the start. He advised me to reveal my secret identity to the Alderman.
Yeesh, Rube Goldberg machines have less elaborate setups than LaBelle's scheme.
Damn.
You may rest easy now, little Jinxie. That monster's deception is through. I don't know why he went to Tenmataro mode
Yeah, but oh well.
when he's trying to be like the amazing Ninetales persona.
The true facts behind this case have finally come to light. Mayor Tenma did not kill Alderman Cuby. But Florent LaBelle did.
Oh! No!
We didn't say the line.
It actually cut out for...
Yeah.
Silence!
Oh, sure.
I missed the cue, sorry.
Maybe who is history it?
Let me find it. What was it?
Well, you're in the wrong spot.
Okay, there we go. I missed the peasant. Oh well.
I mean, honestly, how many times every time he says peasant, I'm like, is he Anka from fucking Animal Crossing?
Justice, Dunno. You should at least have a real blade in your hands if you desire to cross swords with me. Or have you mistaken this battlefield for a training ground?
What's this guy want now?
I want Taco Bell.
Evidence is like a razor-sharp blade that cuts through bone as if it were butter. But you only have blind guesses, a dull blade incapable of cutting even a cake.
If it
What?
don't want it,
It was you there, Mr. Justice. It's everything in the court of law.
But
They're right. Let's see some evidence. Of course, a perfect being like me wouldn't leave any incriminating evidence behind.
Oh, you fucked up now, Sonny Jim.
This is the final battle. Just as a samurai must live and die by the sword, you will live or die by the evidence you hold. My swift blade of judgment awaits. Now, present your conclusive evidence, or don't you have any?
Oh, crud. Do I have anything conclusive?
Of course we do.
Of course. Evidence? Oh, I have evidence.
That you'll never get bitches. You do?
Of course. It's just the conclusive evidence we need too. I'm going to finally prove Mayor Tenma innocent. Here comes justice.
Oh, it's this mode now. We're back. Well, back. This is the first time.
Let's review the facts. The most damning evidence against the mayor was the crime scene itself. The mayor and the victim were the only two people found in the room. Also, we all thought the alderman was killed because he was the Amazing Ninetales. But as we know now, of course, we were way off. The Amazing Ninetales is really Mayor Damien Tenma. That's why when his daughter Jinxie saw the Amazing Ninetales collapsed at the scene, she mistook him for her father. Those are the facts as we have revealed. However, Mr. LaBelle asserts that he did not leave any evidence at the scene of the crime. But he didn't say anything about evidence outside the crime scene. Maybe he isn't as clever as he thinks he is. Does any of the evidence found outside the crime scene prove any clues?
Amazing Ninetales mask.
A clue inside the mask. Oh, I know. The Amazing Ninetales mask. It was found washed up along the river. What sort of clue does that mask hold?
It has white hair.
White hair with the mask. And what about the hair left in the mask? Who does it belong to?
Laurent LaBelle.
The white hair is LaBelle's. Oh, right. That hair is Florent LaBelle's. Yes, now that's what I call conclusive evidence.
That forehead looks fucking massive.
Tic-tac-toe! Sorry.
Detective Black, how
Mr.
did you break out the
Justice-
courtroom? Not the jail.
I'm always here. Mr. Justice, do you have any conclusive evidence to present this court?
Of course I do. Observe this mask, if you will.
Wherever there is tic-tac-toe, you'll find me.
As a mask? How is that conclusive evidence?
It's not the mask itself, but the white hair inside it. We originally thought it belonged to Alderman Rex Cuby.
Yes, but the Amazing Ninetales we now know is Mayor Tenma, sir.
That begs the question.
That is correct. So the question is, whose hair could this be? And the answer to that is the last person to have worn it before it was discarded. That would be you, Mr. Florent LaBelle.
What are you talking about? I never had hideous white hair like that. Silence! It would appear your coup de grace failed to hit its mark. This freakish fop is not the white hair type, because he's busy being one ludicrously garish color or another. Blackwell, think about it for 2 seconds, man.
Nah, no. Thinking is not my job.
Fucking dumbass. No, Prosecutor Blackwell, it's you who has made a fatal error.
What?
Remember where this mask was found? It washed up by the side of the river. With that in mind,
It's amazing that the fucking hair still stayed in the mask.
this last piece of evidence will solve all the remaining riddles.
Alamin LaBelle.
That's...
The fuck is that?
This is Mr. LaBelle's own private brand of hair color. It washes out with just water.
She's kind of useless.
The court will also recall that the Amazing Ninetales mask washed up along the side of the village river with white hair inside it.
What's this? Are you saying that preening peacock's hair color is...
That's exactly what I'm saying. Mr. LaBelle's hair color is a freaky work of fiction. But thanks to the river flowing through Ninetails Vale, we now have a real-life expose. The white hair in this mask is conclusive evidence proving you're the real killer. A DNA test is all we need to prove it, and we both know we'll get a match. Admit it.
You're going to jail.
Florent LaBelle, you were the one who killed Alderman Rex QB.
Beep, beep, beep.
You. Vincent, how dare you! Oh, you profane my beauty like a bug. I'm going to extend it into the ultimate. Oh, no,
And
my
then he
makeup!
jizzed in his
It's
pants.
almost like it's going away, but also, Jesus Christ, he's got to get hella whiplash from that.
Hello, this is LaBelle. What? The project is off? This is LaBelle. The sponsors have pulled out. LaBelle speaking. I'm fine. You mean I'm no longer Mayor Tenma's aide? Hello, this is LaBelle. What? There's a stratospheric damages claim against me? $100 million.
I can't believe he's.
I'm finished, washed up. Stick a fork in me. I'm done.
I can't believe LaBelle was single-handedly responsible for global warming.
This is preposterous. I, Simon Blackwood, defeated.
Yeah, Black will take this out.
Order in
Big-
court.
Not only did you have no bitches, Blackwell, but you've also lost this court case.
He stuck an extra L on the end of Blackwill.
Blackwell. It's about to get two
Well,
more later on.
It's quite the unexpected outcome. I'll hand it to you, Mr. Justice. Really turned this case on its head, just like the other lawyer. Phoenix, right, was it?
Don't mention his name. Wait, that was a compliment, right?
Prosecutor Blackwell, what you done with Florent LaBelle?
The defaced man has withered like a flower without water. One of the officers is currently tending to him with a sprinkler.
Which is really weird. He sprayed so much spray on himself that he hydrated his hair enough to make it wash off.
Wouldn't that just wash even more of his makeup off?
Allow me to explain the actions of the guilty party in detail. The motive, of course, was to steal the gold ingot known as Tenma Taro. However, few are allowed into the manor due to its cultural ties to Ninetails Vale. LaBelle set in motion plans to gain access to the manor and the gold within via the merger. But the efforts of the amazing Ninetails saw those plans come to a halt. And thus, LaBelle murdered the alderman and attempted to pin the blame on Mayor Tenma.
What the stupidest villain?
You know something that's real stupid to me? He gets fired from being the mayor's aide, to his defeat, but if this thing went as it should, the mayor would be in jail, so he still wouldn't be the mayor's aide anymore. Because he can't be the aide to someone in fucking jail.
The idea is that he'd probably be the aide to the next mayor, effectively.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, one could just pick a different aide. I say, but well, I still can't comprehend this. Why would he go after the gold in the first place? So about doesn't look like someone who is in need of financial aid.
Like, that's specific, like,
Mental aid, maybe.
LaBelle hid his past well, much like he hid his beauty with makeup. He's mired in debt. Debt due to pouring money into a brand only he could love. Which is why he sought the gold with such voracity.
Too bad for him. Someone else had gotten to it first anyway.
And it wouldn't have worked anyway if he's the only one.
He just didn't sell the money. He didn't even put it on the market.
Yeah.
I guess the idea is maybe he couldn't put it on the market, I guess.
No,
Maybe
he could. He was
No, he
getting
just
requests.
doesn't want to.
Yeah, he was
He
getting
literally
requests.
just doesn't want to.
According to him. According to him.
He was getting calls about putting it on the market because he was asking. He had to mention to a sponsor that it wasn't for sale.
Yeah, it's literally he bought a thing to make his own makeup for himself, and that was it.
I was trying to salvage if there was any logic, but nah, he's just fucking stupid.
No, he's just stupid.
Yeah, he's dumb.
I say very well then. It is time to declare a verdict. Squad finds the defendant Damien Tenma
Guilty not.
fucking crazy, but not guilty.
Might need lifelong therapy. Low God, he's Tembataro again. Now, get the fuck out.
Court is adjourned. Fuck off, bitches.
Bailiff, shoot the clown again. Shoot him in the nuts. 1:23 p.m.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it.
Well, that was some seriously good lawyering, Apollo. Even I didn't see that coming.
It's got lucky, I guess.
You banished Tenmataro from Ninetails Vale like you were some kind of exorcist.
I think that was Phineas Filch's grandfather who did that one. There's still one more thing I don't understand. How come Mr. Bell didn't kill Timber too? He could have set it up that the mayor murdered the Golden and died from the counterattack. That would have removed at least one possible fly from the ointment.
I was wondering about that too. But I have a hunch LaBelle was biding his time. He was planning on exposing the Amazing Ninetails' true identity himself.
Huh? But why?
Because the mayor was the Amazing Ninetails. Had LaBelle succeeded in framing Mayor Tenma for the alderman's murder, the wrestler's popularity would have plummeted once his identity was revealed.
Oh, I get it. The Amazing Ninetails was just killed, he'd die a hero. But if he was proved a villain, his fans would abandon him, making the merger that much easier.
Right, then when the merger was complete and everything cooled down, he'd be able to search the Forbidden Chamber at his leisure.
An insanely intricate plot. Temp mode.
Most excellent job clearing my names. I fear it's worthy of the Demon Lord's approval.
Why are you acting like Tenmataro again?
Let this be of no concern to you, Spock.
How could it not concern me?
Tenmataro be gone!
Oh,
Spock.
Jinxie. Seems like ages since I've last laid eyes on you.
Papa, you're finally back.
Yes, it would seem Tenbataro is no match for you.
I'm not scared of that silly yokai anymore.
I'm just scared of how British you are. Your father's a free man now, Jinxie. Isn't that great?
Thank you for all you've done. Seeing you guys in action, it made me feel like I don't have to be afraid anymore.
Maybe you're jolly good.
Wait, is Jinxie actually British?
Why is this only a comment now when George isn't voice acting the character?
Because it's
So when George
British.
does it, George's accent is like just naturally downer. Yours is more upper. So
Yeah, we can. Like, it's a lot more obvious when you're doing it.
yeah.
This is all thanks to you two. You helped my daughter discover her inner British. It's a shame the Amazing Ninetails will have to retire, though. Oh, I feel calm. Once everyone hears I'm the Amazing Ninetails, my fan base will nosedive. After all, I'm not the most popular of people. Another reason for my secret identity. I don't see how I could possibly continue.
No, wouldn't your popularity skyrocket? Well, sorry, his person. Sorry, Bleb. Let me put it this way. His popularity as Damien Tenma will go up. His popularity as the Ninetails wouldn't go down.
It kind of depends. It's like if your favorite wrestler turned out to be Donald Trump. Like,
I suppose.
You
Yeah.
misjudge yourself. Take a look outside.
But this guy's no Trump.
no, but I'm saying is he's quote unquote saying he has a bad reputation as his actual self. So people could go, no, did you hear Ninetails? The Amazing Ninetails is actually this loser over here. Like, fuck that. But it's the opposite.
Say, how did you mention it? What's all that noise out there?
A big crowd gathered outside the courtroom once the news broke. Seems they want to get a glimpse of Mayor Damien Tenma, the man behind the mask, and to root for your return to the wrestling ring.
Rooting for me? But I thought I was nothing more than a malefactor in their eyes. The only one who really matters is Jinxie. Show her how cool you really are.
Yeah, you're the coolest when you're out there fighting in the ring, Papa.
Jinxie.
Here, I think you'll be needing this.
And this gives the Tony's badge, because you're gonna need a good fucking one. Thank you. Now if you would excuse me.
Hmm?
I don't want to keep my fans waiting.
Animated cutscene.
So a bunch
Peace
of
sign.
people.
From
Jesus
the top
Christ.
rope.
He just fucking jumped up real high.
I know that voice actor.
Yeah.
Do you?
Jade.
Oh, is it?
Sounds like yeah,
Chris
sounds like it.
Sabat. Interesting.
Sorry. I'll search it up.
I'm sure hope they can settle the problems between Tembatara and Ninetales Vale.
Me too.
I'm sure they'll be fine. After all, the blackmailer slash killer is behind bars and the merger's no longer an issue. Plus, the amazing Ninetales is obviously still a hit, and I suspect
In
Ninetales Vale will be
English?
too.
In English, his
Oh,
English
Herbert.
voice actor is Carl Herbert.
Kyle what?
Carl
Herbert.
Herbert.
Kyle Herbert.
So the guy for Gohan.
Including
What is-
Ryu, Evil Ryu, Teen Gohan, Kamina, and Gurren
Gohan.
Lagann.
Oh my god, it's
Shiba Inuzuka,
Kamina.
Wait a minute.
Banju from Bleach.
Jesus.
In League, he's Jarvan, Mount Graves, and Ezreal, and he's
Hmm.
Kazuchi Soda and Kaito Momoto from Danganronpa. He also provides the voices for Miles Edgeworth, Damien Temba, and Tenma Taro. And Terry Falls in the anime adaptation.
Interesting.
Damn, man. Can't believe Miles Edgeworth is also a crazy wrestler.
Is also the the amazing Ninetales.
He's also
And
he's also the guy who poisons himself for fucking what's her name?
Dahlia.
What do you forgotten her name? Dahlia, yeah.
Right.
And
sorry.
it's all because we believed in our client, just like you said.
And that's why you
figured
should
out
listen
all
to me
these
when I
things.
talk to you.
No.
Okay, shut up, Vintrette, no one cares. Okay, people. Now that we've got that one in the bag, let's get something to eat. I'm starving.
Sounds good. I've been so nervous I haven't eaten since yesterday.
Better keep eating, Apollo. Or you might have to start looking up at me.
Huh? I'm definitely past my growth phase, and you should be about past yours too.
Are you kidding me? I'm just getting started.
She's 18. She still grows for like 7 years.
Ready or not, it's face stuffing time.
Yup. Yup. Alright, preparing? I'll do it. Keep eating like that, and the only direction you'll grow is sideways.
Very funny.
Given the size of her like waist with respect to her hips, she could probably
He needs
use
to be evened out.
yeah.
But I've got a hollow leg. I can eat as much as I want without gaining an ounce.
She's aiming for them thick thighs.
Really? I gotta follow Ron this. Wow, I can't wait to see that.
Confirmed, Apollo, 5
I can't
messages.
believe Apollo wants to see the thighs.
No, it's the fucking, what's it called from SpongeBob. It's like, oh, what's gonna happen? Am I gonna explode? No, it's gonna go
No,
to your
worse.
thighs.
It's gonna go to your
It's
thighs.
thighs.
My
And
then
then
you'll explode.
you'll explode.
Oh god.
Hello, just let them try to stick on me.
Alright already, you two. Let's get going before the old man closes shop. Elduin's Noodles isn't an all-night stand, you know.
It's my boy! I'm with Mr. Right, let's go!
I've been waiting to have a bowl from there ever since Mr. Wright told me about them.
Fuck's sake, man. If the fucking soup doesn't kill you calories, the fucking salt's gonna kill your
Two
cholesterol.
balls would kill a man.
But what are we waiting for?
The noodles are on me today, so I expect some serious eating from you two.
Yay, thanks, boss. I won't let you down.
She has no idea what she's getting into. Mr. Aldoon's noodles are so hot and salty.
God.
2 balls would kill a man.
2 balls would kill a man.
It's canonical. 2 balls would kill a man. That was our first case together, and it felt like nothing could bring us down after that. God,
Tempting
this
fate
is
there.
a very slow text. The dark age of the law seems so distant, so irrelevant to our small, cozy office. But little did I know that it had been lurking all along, right there behind us.
Keyblade.
The first time it made itself known was during the murder at Themis Legal Academy.
It's the TLA.
That case would mark the twilight before the dark, cold night that was to come.
Keyblade.
Hee-hee-ka.
End.
Jinxie's like, there's a cat on the fucking flying wheel!
And we'll see you guys next time on Apollo Justice. Ace Attorney.
Bye.
See you around.
Wow.
Oh, this isn't even Apollo Justice, this is Dual Destinies. Fuck me.